Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping back by. Today, I want to talk about why we do what we do. Now, that sounds like a simple thing, right? But I can assure you it's a little more complex subject. This virus has given us many opportunities. It has given us an opportunity to stand within what we believe, to truly step back into who we are, and to really confront the world with our authenticity. And I can share with you for myself that some of the authenticity that I've seen has just brought a tear to my eye. It is the most compassionate and loving of souls. And others that I thought were a little more compassionate and loving, they had some underlying things that the virus has brought up for them to address. So a gift on all ends. But if you think about what the whole societal shift is doing for us right now, most of us are staying at home. So you have the opportunity to catch up on the reading that you've wanted to do. Maybe do some spring cleaning. Take up that hobby. Get back into painting or drawing or whatever it was that you were wanting to do. Maybe if the weather's good where you are, you've had time to get outside and start taking care of the yard again as it's spring, or plant some flowers or plant out your vegetable garden. And all those are wonderful things. But once the initial has moved past, then all of a sudden we're left with this space. You know, it's great if we want to get outside and cut the yard and take care of the flower beds and so forth, and we do that, and then all of a sudden, okay, I'm caught up, what do I do now? And what I'm seeing for people is that there's starting to be a lot more thought. Well, the incoming energy is helping as well, but there's starting to be a lot more thought with, am I happy where I am? How do I move forward? You know, that full reevaluation cycle. And again, that's fantastic. But we have to look at, are we truly living our lives as who we are? And sometimes we have been programmed from a very young age to look at the world different than we as a more complex, more high vibrational, more energetic next generation being would normally look at it and interpret as. So for example, we've all been taught at the age of 2, 3, whenever we were physically able, that we needed to tie our shoes, right? But now I would ask you, why do you tie your shoes? Sounds like a simple question. But do you tie your shoes because you want to protect your feet? Your shoes help keep your feet warm. You like the way they feel. You're going to go walk outside and you really like having your shoes on as that protective barrier between the rocks and your feet. Or do you tie your shoes because you're fearful if you don't, you're going to trip and fall and bust your nose on the concrete? One is loving, protection. The other is fear-based. So as we are moving forward in this newer energy and we're reevaluating those things in our lives, we want to be sure that there's not any fear-based core beliefs that are holding us back. I see so many people within the metaphysical, within the spiritual field, who keep wondering why their life hasn't turned out the way they wanted, why they keep circling through the same mistakes, or keep circling through the same abusive relationships, or keep cycling through the same unfulfilling jobs. And when that happens, we have to look at what are the driving forces underneath. You know, I always say that the best way to begin a healing process is to get curious. So I'm going to invite you, I'm going to challenge you to start thinking about why you do what you do. Let's say, for example, that you take supplements, you take vitamins. Why do you take your vitamins? Do you take them because you want to take care of this physical body? You want to have a nice, healthy body for a nice, long life? Or are you taking your supplements from a fear-based perspective that you don't want to get sick? Or, oh my gosh, don't want to catch this virus, got to keep my immune system up. What do you think it does to the supplements that you take if you're holding them in your hand and you're thinking, Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to take this many, and now I've got to take zinc, and I've got to take extra C, and I've got to take E, and I've got to take D, and I've got to take all these just so I don't get sick. If you followed me on the energetics of what I just said, you really felt the difference. You can really feel how, if you're holding those supplements in your hand and you're thinking about all the negative aspects, aren't you putting negative energy into that? That which is supposed to help your body. So I really want to find a way for all of us to stay in the positive, to rewrite some of those core beliefs. And I will do many more videos on core beliefs. It's a very large subject. But I'm just seeing a lot of fear step up now, and it's negating what we're trying to do. It's not allowing us to move forward into our highest potential. And isn't that what we all want to do right now? We have the time, we have the energy, we have the space. But we have to decide if what we're doing is in alignment with our highest self. Is what we're doing in alignment with what we're wanting to achieve for our highest good and the growth and what we're wanting to do here at this time? And there's no right or wrong answer to this. This is all very individual. But the clients that I work with, the work that I do for myself, I'm always trying to stay in the highest vibration. We're always trying to move forward. We're trying to grow past these older, more third dimensional limitations. But this really starts with you. The world really is about you. So you have to decide, where does this fit for you? If you start going through and asking yourself every minute of the day, and you have the time now, the positive aspect of the virus, you have the time now. Why am I eating? Am I eating because I want to feel this beautiful body and keep my vibration up, and I want to keep my organs healthy? Or am I eating because it's 1 o'clock and I have to, oh my gosh, what do I have? I have other things to do. I don't want to take the time right now. I don't want to stop to have to cook, so I'm just going to grab this really quick. Again, what do you think that does to the vibration of the body? And all of this can be coming from our subconscious, and we didn't even realize it. Many of us were brought up by parents that came through the Depression generation. And they learned some amazing survival skills. They really did. But along with that, they passed along a lot of fear. And they were doing it from the best place. Most of them were just trying to help us to understand that these kind of things could happen again in the future, so we need to be prepared in certain ways. But that was also a different generation, and it's also a different vibration. So I want to encourage you, for a couple of days, for a week or two, really question yourself. Why am I going to bed at this time? Am I going to bed at this time because this is what works best for my body? And my body works best when I'm in bed by 10 or 11 o'clock, and I get plenty of rest, and I just wake up feeling healthier, and it keeps my immune system and all of my organs working at peak efficiency? Or am I going to bed because I'm running off of an old tape of this is what I was told when I was in 3rd grade, and it doesn't even fit who I am, my lifestyle, my vibrational resonance anymore? I want to encourage you. Use this time to come in alignment with you. Your thoughts, your belief systems, your intentions. It's not like we're all going to be running out and meeting up with friends anytime soon. I can hope for soon, but use your time wisely. I want to see this time for myself as a gift from the universe. I choose to look at it from the positive. This is a realigning. The entire earth is realigning. Society is realigning. Governments and, goodness, everything out there is realigning. So why can't I use this time for myself to realign? And for many, maybe it's just a check-in. Maybe you are doing exactly what you want. Your world is exactly as you want it to be. And if it is, fantastic. Keep going, keep doing it exactly that way. That is wonderful. But for the rest of us, maybe there's some things we want to change. And again, now's that time to check in. And again, I encourage you, I challenge you. If you're wanting to make a change, why am I wanting to change it? And make sure that the place that you're coming from is high vibrational. It's filled with hope. It's filled with compassion. It's filled with whatever's in alignment with your highest good, not from a fear state. That is the biggest challenge for all of us right now. And I encourage you to move forward with that. I challenge you to move forward with that. Decide what's best for you and step forward in that direction. And the smallest steps count. Even if it's going to bed half an hour earlier, or it's changing the prayer that you say in the morning so that it is more gratitude based than fear based. Every step counts. Every small thing expounds into a much bigger vibrational alignment or misalignment, and you get to decide. And if you do something and you don't like the outcome of it, change it back or reevaluate it. If you don't like the choice you made, reevaluate and make a different choice. You're not stuck in that choice. You're changing. Therefore, aren't your core beliefs going to be changing? Aren't your daily actions going to change? Aren't your intentions going to change? You don't have to stay stuck. Reevaluate. And as you do this more often, it will become easier, I assure you. If everything you're doing is in alignment with who you are, where you're going, and what you want to be, fantastic. Great job. Keep up the good work. But if not, reevaluate and make some changes. If you're interested in having a personal coaching session with me or a reading, all the information is in the description box below. Otherwise, have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again soon.